Hey everybody, welcome back to the channel. Big Mike here.
Terry.
Hey, it's Sunday. It's Shout Out Sunday. And today we have a special one for you. She hasn't shown up in the green room yet, but she's probably fussing with her sister.
Yeah, that could be.
So we don't know.
Might be fighting with
Our special guest today, our VIP, is Simply Jan Homestead. So we'll wait until she gets in here. We got a lot to talk about.
Well, and
a lot of people to say hello to.
If she doesn't show up, we'll just talk about her behind her back. We don't care.
I'll do it. But anyway, guys, welcome to the show. Hope you're having a blessed Sunday. Who we got in the chat, Terry?
So we've got Richard Hughes, hello. Betty Jean Heinze, and Tony and Joni at Creekside Maples. We have Raquel at Cottonwood Ranch. We have Rebecca, Touched by Yarn. There's Cindy Brown.
Cindy Brown.
I missed her coming in somehow. Let's see. We've got Sir Paul Honeyman.
He's from England, guys.
He is.
In case you didn't know.
Yes. That's why I added the Sir.
Sir Paul.
Paul Honeyman.
We've knighted you.
Yes. Even though we have no authority.
No authority.
We did it anyway.
By order of the Royal Oklahoma Okie Confederation.
Something.
We dub you Sir Paul Honeyman.
Yes. Let's see. We got Peter at Old Man King Homestead.
It's only good in here in Oklahoma and at the Dollar General stores.
Yeah.
You get a discount.
Don't tell him that. That is not true. Belinda Edwards, hello. And Dale, hello.
Hey, and Dale.
There's a Quilting Mama.
Quilting Mama.
Neil, Treasure Hunter, hello.
Hey, 12 Stones Ranch.
Hey, Byron. There's Jeannie Lipsky and Beth Cornett.
Hey.
And No Judgment here with Tish Ross.
That's right.
And
I have a feeling that Pooch ain't too far away from her.
Oh, yeah. Well, I see Pooch already. He's in there.
See, I told you.
Hi, Pooch. There's the Vineyard Farmhouse. Brian, hello.
Hey, Brian.
Tamara Brown. Hello, hello. Heather Landskren. Evelyn Newman. I'm trying to go quicker. Patricia Hunter, hello.
Don't worry, Drew's not in here yet.
Yeah, to give me a hard time. There's Mac and Patty at Southern Blessed Homestead. Hey, there we go. We've got Brenda at Redbird Farm. And who else?
There's the Mod Father.
Oh, the Mod Father's in here. That's good. Jesse said, how about them Chiefs?
That's right, baby. They're playing now.
They are.
But I'm on the live.
That's right.
And my peripheral is over here because the big screen's on.
Aren't they like, oh, no, they started again. I thought it was still halftime. Yeah. All right. We've got...
I'm a Chiefs nut, guys.
Who else? Did I catch up? I'm caught up.
What?
How'd that happen? Hooper's Mayhem.
Hoop.
Hey, Hoops.
Hoops in the house.
He was out seeing Giants the other day.
Hey, so let's talk about who's on the cup. Today, we got Robertson's Bellyacre. Robertson's Bellyacre's got 3.83K in subs. They've got 588 videos, 293,000 views. They joined October 12th, 2019. And the reason that they're on the cup is yesterday. Yesterday was Rusty's birthday.
Because it was Rusty's birthday. But we do love them.
And we were going to go up there, but we are watching our grandchildren today.
Well, all week.
Their parents are on a cruise out of Galveston, and we have them all week.
We do.
Yeah. So we love having them.
Let's see.
So Robertson's Bellyacre, they're on the cup. If you haven't checked them out, please go over there and check them out.
There is Scout Inquirer.
All right.
It says, greetings from New York. Hi, new subscriber and first time here, was recommended by Backroad Freedom.
All right.
He said, it is a pleasure to meet you both. Hello, mods and chat.
All right.
Well,
welcome.
Pleasure to meet you as well. I think I was in the chat the other day on that one when you were in Justin's live. Let's see. I saw someone else.
Belinda Edwards.
I thought I said Belinda, but we can say hi to her again. It's okay. There's Growing a Homestead. And
thank you, Cindy, for putting that link up there for him.
Yeah. Thank you to all the mods for putting links. Brenda's putting links as well.
She's here.
Oh, I know. Let's see. All right. I think maybe did I say
So-
hi to Roberta? Hello, Roberta.
I don't know. Did you? So, hey, today, like I said earlier, we have Simply Jan's Homestead. Now, if you don't know Jan, like we know Jan, okay? One thing I didn't know after researching this wonderful woman is that she has an alias, not her alter ego,
Not her sister, not her sister.
not her sister, but she used to be called the Reckless Gardener.
Yeah.
Yeah. So Jan probably said, "Man, somebody commented from wait a minute,
That's
742 videos ago.
That's probably
Holy smokes!"
That's probably how she knew that she needed to come check her
Yeah,
email
she
because
goes,
I
"Hey,
didn't check
hey,
mine.
somebody viewed my first video." Hey, but Jan is the creator. She has 2.39K in subs. She has 131,498 views. She has 742 videos. She's been a busy gal.
She is.
All right. And she started her channel. And this is why I know she's been a busy gal. She started her channel June 17th, 2019.
Oh, wow.
She's been a busy gal.
That's a lot of videos.
Oh, yeah. And I'm going to tell you something. Only 28 of all those videos are shorts.
Oh, wow.
So she's busy.
She is.
Okay. She's getting her content out there. She does have an alter ego. Okay. I think she goes into this little world and she doesn't realize it, that it's her, but it's her sister, Luce Fawcett.
Yeah.
So I don't know who we're going to get today. You know, I think she gets into the syndrome thing and she forgets that's her, but it's her alter ego. And I absolutely love her alter ego. Shoot dang fast. I found her in the trunk of a car.
I know. You saved
That's crazy. I saved her life.
Yeah.
I didn't get nothing. I didn't even get a t-shirt. So, Jan's channel originated when she lived down in Texas. When she shot her first video, they were in the process of selling their place and buying a farm up in Missouri. So they've done that. So they moved from Texas to Missouri. I don't know if this is a motto or it's a way of life, but they have on their channel, the thing I like when they put this in there, and anybody that's not afraid of their faith, is God, family, friends, and country. And you got to love that.
Yeah.
Okay. They're homesteaders, her and her husband, gardening, chickens. Their goal is to become self-sustainable. And their future plans is kind of like ours a little bit, but we want goats. She wants sheep and she wants a few cows, but she got to talk the boss into all that stuff. So,
Yeah.
and I don't know. I don't know. You tell me there, Jed. You got to make it happen. So, hey, without further ado, let's bring her up. This is Simply Jan's Homestead.
Hey, everybody.
Hey, that was a lot of information on you.
I mean, to tell you, and I thought you never watched me.
I watch you. Hey, so how's your Sunday going?
Well, it's funny. Kevin got his first doe today.
All right.
And we were out in the yard processing, and earlier I told him, don't forget, I have to go on MT today. And then I heard a ding, and I'm like, I look at the clock, and I'm like, oh, 1:59. Oh, crap. So
did you wash your hands?
I did.
Okay,
they were icicles. So, yeah. But, oh, my goodness, it's awesome that he's never got a deer. He went hunting when he was a kid at youth hunt and never got anything. But he's going to go again next weekend. I'm so excited.
There you go.
So,
That's
yeah.
right. It's rifle season up there in Missouri.
Yeah.
It is.
Yeah.
It is.
Ours starts
next weekend.
The 19th of November to the 4th of December is our rifle season.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
Yeah, we have our muzzleloader season before our gun season.
Oh, and we have our bow season
afterwards.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I don't know all the rules. Kevin does. I just process all the meat. Yeah.
Somebody's got to do the dirty work.
Missouri, I mean, you can read their book and you understand it. I read
Yes.
Oklahoma's hunting book and I'm just going, what? Yeah.
Yeah. Well, the only thing we have left to do is take the head in to get tested, because we do live in a county where you have to get tested for that, whatever that is. But we got it. Yeah. And it's very healthy looking deer.
Yeah, that chronic waste disease.
Yes, that's it, Terry. Thank you. You're so smart.
He's from Missouri.
Yeah.
So hey, so we're gonna dive into this, and I've got just 10 questions for you.
Oh, good.
Okay.
Okay.
And, but first of all, I think the first time we met Jan was at I think it was the first
annual
the first annual, not the first meetup, but it was the second one that we met you at, I believe.
First annual
one. Yeah.
That's it.
In Catoosa or prior?
Prior.
Yeah. Prior.
Weren't you in prior?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. In fact, you were, because I remember having you on our video that we shared too.
Yeah.
Hey, so what made you move? What was the driving force that moved you from Texas to Missouri? I'm about to say Oklahoma.
You never know where you're at.
And when I'm talking about Oklahoma, I say Missouri.
Yeah.
So what made you move up from Texas to Missouri?
I'm a glutton for punishment. I moved from the warmth to the freezing cold. And no.
What were you thinking?
I know. I'm like, remind me again why? I don't know. So my brother had esophagus cancer, and which ended up going all through him and taking his life. But in the meantime, we had my friends I've known for like 47 years now lived here, and we came and stayed with them, and I fell in love with Missouri. Real. They know I'm a foreigner when I say Missouri. So okay,
no, because
Missouri.
I say Missouri, and
she says it just to be a nice person.
I've always said Missouri.
Yeah, I
do. Facial muscles to say Missouri.
Mike, only you. So anyway, I fell in love with it, and then my brother lived in Illinois, so we had to go back and forth through Missouri, and every time we did, I just felt this tug. I mean, undeniable tug. I couldn't shake it to want to be there. And I told, and then I was watching homesteading channels, and we got 4 chickens. We did all the things in Texas, had a garden. And I told Kevin's like, well, we can't do it now. And I'm like, I know. And it just kept eating at me though. And I don't know what happened, but I just prayed. I said, Lord, I'm not the head of the house. It's up to Kevin. If this is something we're going to do, you're going to just have to tell him, because I'm not the man, so, and that's how even though we affectionately call him the boss and everyone knows I am, no, he's the boss. Yeah. So anyway, one day he said, put the house up for sale. We're moving. And I was like, woo. I mean, he didn't, the split second later, I was on it. So,
wow.
Yeah, we had lived in the house, 5 years? Yeah. And we put it up for sale, and it took forever to sell our house. And it was a new home, but we, made some adjustments to it, and did all the things you do. And we ended up selling it to a really nice guy. And then we didn't have we both quit our jobs. We had really good jobs, and we quit our jobs, and we rented a duplex. Well, we came up for a weekend with a load, dropped it in our friend's barn, And then we went searching for a duplex for someone who would take 6 months cash to let us stay there. And it was the last place we found, and they agreed to do it. Thank God, because otherwise we don't know what. I mean, I was like, we can't afford to be staying in a hotel, or we didn't want to rent an apartment because we had 2 dogs and blah blah blah. So
I don't mean to stop you right now, but I got to take that deer head to stock. I telechecked it.
Okay, he's got to take the deer head to
check for chronic wasting disease.
Yeah. Okay. All right, babe.
Okay.
Love you.
Love you.
So anyway, it was, I think 2 weeks later, we loaded the U-Haul up and, said goodbye to our kids, and off we came to Missouri, and we absolutely love it here. And then, of course, the search for the house, and that was a good trip. And we kept seeing this house. It's 16 3/4 acres. We say 17 because, what's another quarter acre when, and when we kept seeing it, we're like, why is it on? It's been on the market for, 9 or 10 months, and why, and blah, 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 and so finally came out and looked at it. And it's got a huge shop, a garage, utility room, a pond, springs, creek. It's a dry creek, but we found several other creeks on one of pasture over here. I call them the horse pasture, which there's no horses on it, but there were, and the pond pasture. And so on horse pasture, our guy who used to brush hog our land, he said, you've got like 3 springs over here. And I'm like, shut the front door, really? So yeah. And we, we had pigs here, and we have chickens and ducks right now, and then 2 dogs. That's all we have is livestock. But soon hopefully in December, I get my new animals, and I'm so excited.
Awesome.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, Brutus is here. He wants to say hi.
Hi, Brutus.
Yeah. Oh, he was so mad at us when we were harvesting the deer. He wanted to come up so bad.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, wait. Jody Young wants to know if you've been to the Arch and Huge Mall in St. Louis. I have.
Who, me?
Several times. Yeah.
I went when I was very, very young, and they didn't have the mall yet. It was so windy that they shut the Arch down, and I have no desire to see it. I really don't. I know
I'll drive by it, but I won't go up it.
I've been up in it.
I don't want to. I saw what those carts look like in there. Nah. I mean, I'm not afraid. I skydive, so I'm not afraid of heights.
Right.
But I don't know. I like the beauty of the outside of it.
Yeah, right. And it's much better from the outside than it is inside. Yeah. I mean, the view from the top's kind of cool, but and I've been to Union Station, but like I said,
I love Union Station area.
Yeah, I grew up in Missouri. St. Louis was my go-to city for anything. So
now, Union Station was the old railroad, right? Or okay, I have been there.
Yeah, it's right down from the big dome football stadium.
Yep.
Yes, I have been there, and I had lunch in there, and it was wonderful. It was so cool.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So why did you start your channel? What made you start a YouTube channel?
Okay, it's all Becky's Homestead's fault. Because no, not really. Like many people, I wanted something for the grandkids to glean from and learn from. And I had a real small pallet garden, compost, chickens, and I just wanted them to have something to reference back to as they grew older. And then of course, when we moved, it was something they could still see my face and see Papa's face, and be able to connect that way, because they don't have, excuse me, they don't have FaceTime, so we weren't able to connect that way. So my videos is a way. And then my kids are great. They're like, "Oh, Mom, that character," and and they're like, they're my best fans, So, and my sister too.
Jeannie wants to know, are you in southern Missouri?
We're in Southwest Missouri, near Lake Stockton, Missouri. Yeah. We have
and Cindy, they have to, oh, I'm sorry.
We have Pomme de Terre, Lake Stockton, and there's a couple other big ones I can't think of off the bat. We're sort of surrounded by the lakes.
Yeah, Truman Lake's up a little ways from you.
Yeah, but Truman's on the Osage.
Yeah.
And then Stockton, the White River makes all those
Pomme de Terre and all that.
Pomme de Terre and all that stuff down there.
And the Stack River.
Cindy was asking why the doc needs to see the deer head for the chronic wasting. They check the head for chronic wasting disease.
Yeah, they take a sample out of it, they test it, and tell you whether the deer's good or not.
Yeah.
If you're in an area where chronic waste is prevalent, you really want to get it tested before you eat the meat.
Yeah.
So,
yeah. But it's a real healthy looking doe, so I don't suspect we're going to have any issues with it.
Yeah, I mean, I've seen deer with that, and they look like something with the mange almost. They don't look right.
Yeah, they don't look healthy.
Yeah,
and they don't act right.
No, they don't.
Yeah,
they're not even afraid of you.
Yeah.
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 All right. Hey, what is the best thing about being a YouTuber for you? What's the best thing about it?
Well, I got to meet you guys.
I understand that. I really can.
I'll tell you what. I think the thing I enjoy the most about being on YouTube is connecting with so many different people, and that people are so kind and loving. I've never, praise God, had a hateful comment. Now I've been through some adversities through it, but I don't address it. I don't do drama. And,
Right.
I'm sort of like the duck, and I let it roll off my back, and I just pray for those people and continue on. But I have met the most amazing, wonderful people through YouTube. And it gives me an avenue to share what we're doing. How it's not ever a how-to, it's just what we're doing, what we're doing, So we enjoy doing that. Now, some videos maybe, well, don't watch my early videos, because I didn't even know how to hold a phone. It was
I watched them.
I did this, and that was all, no, it was bad. And my teeth were falling out.
I tell people that like someone says, well, why do you do YouTube? Like, don't you have friends? Don't you?
We
don't have friends. I said, I live in the middle of nowhere.
Yeah.
Cows are my neighbors. And I said, if you really look at it, if you took a map of where you live and you just a regular map and you put $50 on your house, that's usually your friend zone, and everybody's within that. You might have relatives somewhere, but when you're on YouTube, it's the entire globe.
Yeah,
we have friends all over the world, and we talk to them and stuff like that, and we get to do lives with everybody in here.
Yes.
You have your close personal besties and stuff like that. Everybody does, but the community, the interaction between all these channels is absolutely insane. How much, I mean, we're so busy, and now we're so busy with friends and events and things like that. And we absolutely love it. We
Yes.
absolutely love it.
Hi, Janice.
So, yeah.
Yeah, I do too. You know, I never saw myself as like a social butterfly, or, you know, never went out to be in a
Well, Luce Fawcett
popularity.
is.
Well, she's that girl.
She likes to go out dancing and stuff.
I've seen
She
her
loves
twerking.
to dance. Did you see my mail call? My last mail call? She tried stealing my new hat that Lisa and Jesse gave me. I'm like,
no.
oh no, girl. So one of my friends said maybe you should put chains on her door. So I got chains.
Yeah, because we sent, I think we sent an email to you about a picture and stuff, and we got something back, and it had the hat. I said, "Are you sure Luce Fawcett didn't send that, or did Jan send it?"
I did not
We
send
may have
that.
marketed Luce Fawcett.
She's a thief. I can't leave anything around for her. If I set my phone down for a second, I don't know how she does it. I think she's got like bewitched. She can twitch her nose and she's there. I don't know. She that girl. Man, I didn't even know I had a twin sister, y'all. And all of a sudden she shows up and says, "Hi, I'm your sister." And I'm like, what?
Did she hear you won the lottery or something? She just crawls out of the woodwork.
Yeah, she crawled out of something.
Real quick, I wanted to say Mennonite Farmhouse commented the best thing for her is the community. She said her husband and her have been lifted up in prayer ever since the fire they had last week. And that was really bad. They had a fire in their, I guess it was a grain silo or corn silo. And we're still praying for you all.
Yes.
Hope that's all getting straight and you're all good.
Yes. And that's bad when it happens there, because that's like a bomb. It's nothing good about that. We're praying.
So I know from your first video you have a passion. So what is it about gardening that you love so much?
The majesty of God to give us a teeny micrometer of a seed and put it in soil and watch it grow into something huge and produce food for our family. I mean, you can't get any better than that. I'm in awe over how God creates from that. And, it's like he said, if you have faith as big as a mustard seed. And I'm like, that's big, because I've planted seeds smaller than that. And, so I stand in awe at the incredible way things are produced in a garden. And to do it yourself, there's times I have to buy the plant already because they didn't grow, but it doesn't matter. Someone had to plant that seed, right? And I love that part of gardening. And then, let's not forget the harvest and the preserving and and I didn't do that all my life. I didn't do that until right before we moved. Actually, I started. And I just thought that was a shiznit. I was like, oh my God, I can grow food and I can can it and I can make things from it. And it was just so exciting.
Did she just quote Snoop Dogg?
What?
Shiznit. For shizzle.
I don't know Snoop Dogg, but okay. I mean, I've heard of him, but
a friend of mine, his dad up in Macon, Missouri, he always had a huge garden. And I'd see him out there. He was always on his knees, and he was working and doing stuff and weeding and doing something in his garden, and would produce just the most beautiful, bounty that you can imagine. And I asked him the same question. I said, "What is it about gardening?" He goes, "Gardening is the closest thing you'll get to being around God."
Yes.
And I said, "What?" He goes, "When you pray, you're on your knees. When you're gardening, you're on your knees. And while you're down there, just say a little word to help your plant grow a little bit faster."
Amen.
I said, "Wow." I said, "I didn't realize that." And he goes, "Oh yeah." He goes, "I stop all the time." And he goes, "It may be sacrilegious that they ask the Lord to make your plants grow and not burn up and stuff like that." He goes, "But that's a work of God, And I said, "Wow." I said, "I didn't know you were that religious." And he goes, "Stick around." So yeah. But I liked it on one of your video. You said in your earliest videos, the thing that you love about the garden and planting and stuff is the feeling you get to go out there and pick a fruit and pick your vegetables for your dinner and pick the stuff for preserving for your family later. And you said that, I think you said that is the greatest and most exciting thing that you can do is to grow food and to be self-sustaining. So I remember that from one of your videos.
It is.
So, yeah.
And, I got my nickname, the Reckless Gardener, from some friends, because when I first came here, I just threw everything everywhere, and I didn't label anything. So I couldn't tell you what kind of tomato I had growing or pepper or whatever. I think
it's when you can't eat.
It's red.
Yeah, I can eat it. I can it. I know what it looks like when it grows. So, hey, that's good. I don't care if it's a African okra or it don't matter to me. Or, I'm canning it.
Yeah.
So, but that's where I got my nickname, is because I just, I'd have 3 different seeds in my hand thinking the wind wouldn't blow them into each other. And I'd say, just throw them in there. And yeah. And I had, exactly. And my garden was fabulous and it was wonderful. And we were blessed, so blessed. I get choked up when I think about gardening. I know that might be a little weird, but I just, it's my happy place. Kevin said if he ever came home and he couldn't find me, he knew I was in the garden. And that's true. I'm either with my animals or I'm in that garden. And most of the time I'm with the garden. So, yeah. Or I'm planting trees and flowers and, so.
How did you, at first you didn't know your sister. How did you meet your sister, Luz Fawcett? How did she come around in your life?
Well, I was in the garden and, oops, let me put my phone on mute. I was in the garden and I look up and, we have a long driveway. It's a circle driveway and I see this hat. Now, all I could see was the top of the hat. And I'm like, I carry some, like getting ready to, I was like, I don't know what that is walking towards me. And all of a sudden she starts running and she's like, "Hey, y'all." And I go, look around. I'm like,
is that Shannon?
I know, right? And she goes, "I's your lost sister. I's Luz Fawcett." And I looked at her and I go, my sister's Mary Jane, and I don't have a lost sister. She goes, "Oh no, sure enough, I's your sister. I have papers right here. I'm gonna show you. Hold on, I'll show you." And she said, right here. She had them in her pocket. And so she hands me these papers, and sure enough, she loose faucet, Henderson. And I'm like, well, Henderson's my married name. She goes, yeah, but I'm your sister. I gotta have the same name you do, so I had to change it. And I go, oh no. But it had my maiden name on there too. I was like, oh no. And I called Kevin. I said, you need to get home from work right now. We have company. Yeah. So that's how I met her. And I promptly gave her the storm shelter and locked it up.
There you go.
Yeah. There was a table in there and a chair for her. And she was like, why are you putting me in here? And I go, I don't know who you are, and I got gardening to do. So, yeah. Everyone thinks I'm so mean to her, but
I mean, the trunk thing.
The trunk thing was a little bit much.
Yeah.
well,
But you didn't know she was in there anyway.
Yeah, it was hot that day.
Yeah.
Well, I don't care. She wasn't supposed to go. She snuck in there. And that's her
If I wouldn't have found her, you'd be saying I used to have a sister named Luz Fawcett.
Oh,
If I didn't find her in the trunk of the car.
oh, glory. So we went to Ed's. I drove to Ed's house, Crazy Ed's, who is now a different channel. And him and I were talking. I went to pick up wood because he had a bunch of wood for me. And we're talking, and next thing I know, I see her crawling out from under my truck. Well, she hung on to the frame all the way from our house to Ed's. And she tells Ed, don't tell Jan I'm here. And I'm like, what? See, I mean, I can even talk like her now. This is pathetic. So she's
amazing how you can do that, huh?
I know. I don't know. It's just insane. But she drove all the way on the bottom. And then she goes, can I drive in the seat with you, Miss Jan? I go, no. You get right back up under that truck. You're going home the same way you came.
Paul said she scares him.
Yeah, she should. Yeah.
Paul, she scares me too.
So here's my next question. How many times a week do you go to the therapist?
Every single day.
Hey, on another note, let's talk about the meetup that you're working on with some other channels. Let's talk about that real quick and get some information out there since we're getting it directly from the source.
Stephen at Backwoods Misfit and I are hosting the Ozark Camp Out Meetup. We changed it because people were getting confused with the Ozark Homesteading Expo. So it's the Camp Out, and we're going to be at Lake Stockton Park, Stockton Park it's called. And it's June 9th, 10th, and 11th. If you plan on coming and camping, you need to get your site now because it's a small park and that place books so fast. It's got RV hookups, 30 and 50 amps. It's right. The East Camp, where most of us are trying to centralize, is right next to the lake. And it's free launch if you camp there for your boat. You can bring kayaks, canoes, your paddle boards, whatever. And they have a beach there. It is so pretty. It's and then they have an amphitheater that they do things for their guests, and so playgrounds for the kids. It's not like a super fancy park, but it's clean. It's small, which I think that's what we like the most. It was smaller and, more intimate for us. And Yeah, so we are accepting donations for a raffle. We've had some people ask if they could donate, and we're excited about that. And it's not going to be like the Crocker meetup or any of the Kentucky meetup. We're not there. It's our first, but we're just having a good time. It's going to be laid back. Let's get to know each other and have fun and enjoy the weekend. You do have to reserve 2 nights just to if you camp there or park your RV. And we've got a decent crowd growing, so we're super excited about it. Thank you, Brenda. Yes. There is a 800 number or a 417 number you can call for information. If you're going to reserve a site, it's the 877 number. If you want just general information, you can call the 417 number. And that's on my community page.
Leanne from Mennonite says, the meetup sounds fun. Will there be old beer there?
Oh,
I hope not.
Oh,
I hope not. Yeah.
No, after I witnessed what I witnessed, oh no, I wouldn't do that to my worst enemy. Well, my sister, I would. Well, you know what? She would like that. Okay, so.
Hey, Filma. Somebody on the chat. Sorry.
Oh. Yeah, so we're really excited about it. There is a primitive campsite too in the east side. It's called the south part of the park. There's a north and a south part of the park. The south park is called East Campsite. The north is called the West. They have cabins, duplexes.
What? The south is the east and the north is the west.
Yeah.
Okay.
I know. Don't even ask me.
Well, it's Missouri.
It's Missouri.
Carrie wants to know, what about 2-month-old stink bait? Will that?
Yeah, we're not taking no stink bait with us.
No.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah. That last video, I mean, I thought I was going to lose it.
I got Kevin.
We got some here. There's Filma, Life in Simple Life in Texas. We have Mama Hana. She's here. And you guys go ahead and connect with those guys. Awesome channels. Check them out. Let's see. If you could change one thing during your YouTube journey, what would that be?
Probably learn. I would have got a different camera to begin with instead of my Osmo. I would have got a Canon and probably learn more about editing and things like that. But honestly, I like sort of being the organic. I do a little editing, but I like my organic approach. We'll call it organic.
You are being you. That's
the same thing you put in you said in your about channel, you want to grow your channel organically.
Yeah.
You don't want a bunch of people to come and then go away. You want people that wants to be there, watch your stuff, are committed to your channel with you. So I agree with that.
Yeah. I mean, I could go on, all these bigger channels, say, hey man, would you give me a shout out? And they would, but that's not what I'm about. I just, I consider my subscribers family. And I, when I say that, I mean that. Look, if I go on a channel and I watch their videos and I'm subscribed to them, I've hit the button, I have notifications are on, it's because I enjoy you and I want to support you and help you grow. And, I think when you put the hard work in, it's more rewarding because,
Right.
Yep.
you see people getting handouts all the time and they're so ungrateful and they just, you have no value in it. And so
Yeah.
for me, it's about having values and being proud and, of what I'm doing. And, I always tell everyone, you're not getting a Hollywood production out of me. I'm just
No.
not the girl. I have come a long way in editing and I have tried to learn, but I only use iMovie on my phone because my computer isn't a Mac and I can't get it on my computer. So, I'm the basics, and I just want people to enjoy what I'm doing and show everyone that, homesteading, like, it ain't a cup of tea, it's hard work. It's getting out there in below zero weather and having to break the ice in your animals' water bowls and keep them warm and keep them healthy and learn. I never knew the things. I mean, I was like, oh, this isn't fun anymore, It's hard work. And I want to show that, and I want people to understand that, what I show is real, and I'm pretty real.
Yeah. Hey, so if you could give one piece of advice to a new creator that's just starting a channel, what would that be?
Just what I said, keep it
What you've
real.
learned. Just make
Keep
it
it
real.
real. Don't try to be Hollywood. If you can't put music in your video, oh well. If you can't, clip and cut and make it all fancy and slides and twists and turns, oh well. So what? If to me, if I want to watch a movie, I'll watch a movie. When I watch YouTube, I want to learn something. That's me. Of course, I love humor. Of course, I love. I like all the different genres. I'm just not hooked into homesteading. I watch so many different things, and just be you. Have fun, because I've said it from the beginning. The day I stop having fun, my channel's gone bye-bye. And that's how I feel. I have a good time. You all know I have a good time. And the other thing is I don't worry about what other people are doing or saying, because that doesn't identify who you are. And be yourself. Just be yourself.
Yeah, you're absolutely correct.
Yep.
Yeah, that's right on. Yeah, I mean, the thing that here's what I've learned. I've learned that we're in the homesteading community. That's our genre. That's our kick. But we also like to do a lot of traveling. We like to go fishing, hunting, and all that kind of stuff. But don't strap yourself down to a single community. I've learned that I've found entertainment in watching channels from India, especially the cooking channels. From the Philippines, from Hong Kong to Indonesia to Australia to the Ivory Coast, because the cooking channels, cooking is international, but it's what they cook. If you're just having meatloaf on Wednesday and tacos on Tuesday and whatever, your life is boring. But when you can watch these channels and see what they make, just the basics meals, a lot of them, you find out that, hey, you're learning, especially if you love cooking. If you're not
he doesn't cook.
I don't cook, but I love watching cooking shows. And I tell her, here, watch this video. I want that.
Yeah. Well, and they
I mean,
got
I just think
stoned.
people should broaden the world is so big and
It
there's
is.
so many different channels out there. And who cares if there's a language barrier? Okay,
Yeah.
in a lot of countries, because I've noticed being in other videos or getting a comment back or their lives and stuff like that, that they do a lot of things different than we do. Like if you go to a lot of these countries and you watch their videos, they make everybody moderators.
Yeah.
There could be 250 people in there and everybody's a moderator because they want everybody to connect to everybody. Where here we only pick a select few to moderate. And I've noticed that come in, they said, "Hey, where's the wrenches? Throw the wrenches out. Let's go," because that's what they're used to. We don't really do that here.
Yes.
I think it's more of a control thing where they're just everybody's a moderator, everybody's subscribing to everybody, and so on and so forth. It could be a blessing, and it can also be
A curse.
Because I mean, people go into these chat rooms and someone subs to them and they sub right back, and YouTube throws them both out.
Yeah.
Because they're sub for sub. So, but I think if you're limiting yourself to just your genre, you are hurting yourself.
Yeah.
So,
I think,
especially if you want to grow. Yeah.
Yeah.
Lori said to remember the bait when you go fishing.
Oh, I will. I will buy it that day, and I will get rid of it that day.
If you excuse me just for a second, I have to let Brutus out. Okay, I'll be right back. He's crying. So hold on, let me stop. I know he's a baby.
Now, if loose faucet comes back in here, I don't know. So hey, who else? Did anybody new come?
Oh, we've had lots of people in.
All right.
Brandy F. There's Linda Peterson. Jovita.
Jovita.
Jovita. Scott rambling with the brooms. Lori at LG.
There's Brandy F.
I said that. There's Radio Man.
Did you say Scott?
I did.
Oh.
Charles at Fallen Arkansas Veterans.
All right.
Let's see. Who have I not said hi to? Brett.
There's Justin.
Tiny Farm Nuggets. Yeah, I said hi to Justin. I don't know if he caught it because it was in between you guys talking. Let's see.
O'Rourke's Littlefield.
There've been so many people come in. Traveling Merton and Sue.
All right.
Oh
my God! I told you.
Oh no!
I told you she was going to take over the channel.
Jan let Brutus out. She had to run after him real quick, and I thought, well, this is my golden opportunity. Come say hey. I love you. I miss you so much. I just
she's going to get mad at you.
I know.
You're taking her airtime.
I know I only got a minute, but I wanted to say hi because I miss y'all so bad. Y'all never come up here and say my side. I just thought, well, I'd come and say hi to you. Sure, no. You notice.
Are you going to the meetup this next June?
In here?
Are you going to the meetup?
Oh yeah, don't tell Jan though. Don't tell her. She'd be so mad at me. She gets mad at me a lot. She always yells at me. She locked me up all the time. Yeah.
What?
She does. She locked me up all the time. Well, you found me in the trunk, Mike. Because
I know.
She didn't even open her trunk to get her own luggage yet. She made you do it.
Yeah, because when she seen you dancing out there with Jared, Jan just took off. She was embarrassed.
I did.
She said, she goes, I can't watch this.
She went to her room. You know where I got to stay though? In the hotel. I got to stay in the closet with her. Yeah, sure did.
Hey, Terry says, me and Barb want to be you when we grow up.
Oh,
yeah.
Well, Jan, she out with Brutus. I heard twin sister to loose faucet. So sure enough.
Yeah. So have you ever met Barb Moss?
No, sure enough not.
Yeah, she has a channel with Buck.
Yeah.
It's called Buck and Barb.
Oh yeah, that's Barb. Yeah, I love her. I tried to steal Buck from her one day, but I thought, well,
What?
you know, yeah. I mean, I told Maddie that I was gonna steal Buck.
Well, Buck's in love with Tay Tay, so
Yeah,
Yeah.
Buck loves Tay Tay.
yeah.
Taylor Swift.
Wait,
Yeah.
yes.
I think he's setting his goals way too high.
Well, you know, that's how men do. But then when they meet us, they're like,
Yeah.
well, you're so sexy. And we're like, we know. Sure enough now. Oh, I gotta go. She coming. I see you all later. I love y'all.
All right.
Bye now.
Bye.
Bye.
She's scared of Jan.
She's really.
She should be.
I mean,
Anybody locked you in a cellar?
right, or in a trunk?
Yeah. Wow. I can't hear you.
Oh, you're muted.
You're muted.
Yeah, sorry it took so long.
There you go. I didn't know how to say muted in sign language.
You could.
Hey, I don't know if you've seen her, but your sister was on here.
Oh no, I'm sorry.
Yeah, she's crazy.
Her room's locked.
Yeah, well, I think she dug a hole out back.
I think she's found a way through.
Yeah.
I wonder if she put a hole in the floor, crawls out and comes through.
Spins out of it.
I'm sorry, y'all.
Yeah, she was telling us about how she wants to meet up with Buck. Yeah, all that stuff. So I'm like,
She's trying to steal Buck from Barb, but Barb and Buck aren't really a thing.
no, I think they should be though. Yeah.
Yeah.
He loves Tay Tay.
I know he loves Tay Tay, but he's setting his bar way too high.
Yeah. Well,
Yeah.
you know, my sister loves any man on earth. She don't care if they're married or not. Well, you saw her at the meetup. She's loose.
8 to 80, blind, crippled, or crazy. Yeah. Hey, so I have one last question from you.
All right.
From your first video, do you feel that you have met your dreams / goals you set for yourself before you left Texas?
Yeah, except, you know, well, yes. Your dreams continue, right? So there's 2 things I really want to get, and that's a dairy cow and meat cows, and then some other livestock, which I would like to get sheep, and I don't want goats. I used to want goats. When I did my first video, my intro video, I was like, yeah, maybe we'll get goats. And then Kevin said, let's get goats. And I'm like, no, they're too much work. So, and I know people with goats will be like, no, they're not that bad, but yeah, they are. So, so those are the 2 goals. I really would like to raise, don't get goats. I'd really like to raise sheep to sell and breed, and Dexters. They're nice cows. Sorry, and eat. Yes.
I'm a lamb chop guy. I love it.
Yeah. I like my beef. Kevin and I eat bacon. We eat pork, but pork chops every now and then. But we really cut back on the pork. But bacon is something I just cannot fathom not ever eating again. So, I don't know that. Yeah. I mean, it's like
what would green beans without bacon in it?
Oh,
okay. I just don't understand how someone can't eat bacon in their green beans. I love it.
Oh, you gotta have bacon.
I love it.
It is so good. It was my ex-daughter-in-law. She actually turned me on to it in Texas. And I was like, what did you put in here? And she said, she laughed. She's like, bacon, Mom. And I'm like, oh my God, it's so good. So, yeah.
It is awesome.
Picking up
So
my
you moved from Texas. So your dreams was to get your own farm, your own homestead, to have a garden, to have animals, be self-sufficient, pick your food off the vine, off the tree. So you've done that. You live on, what is it, 16.25?
3/4,
You need to call it what is it?
7.5.
The 16.75?
Yeah.
Okay, because hey, that could be your niche right there.
Yeah, right.
You got the sweet 16, you got the
Yeah.
41.36, and now we got the 16.75.
Yeah, but that's not
Every
unique.
inch counts, right? Every inch counts.
I know.
There you go. I'm
We're
telling
just
you.
gonna call it 7.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, we live on the 2.75.
Yeah. Yeah.
And
There
we're
you go.
using every inch of it. We're
Yes.
using every inch of it. So
Well, you know
all right.
what's
Hey Jen,
amazing?
that's all the questions I had for you. What's that?
I don't know. I missed it. She
I was
cut me
saying what's amazing is how much you can grow on just a half acre. You know,
Yeah.
you could have a full-blown food forest on a quarter acre. It's
Yeah.
amazing. I mean, we're planting fruit trees. We have apple trees. We have pear tree. We have grapes. We have raspberries. We have blackberries. And, you know, we've only begun. But I did want to say one thing. When you get a homestead, if you get a homestead, no matter how small you think it is or how big it is, you know, to us, we were just looking for a place. Kevin wanted a pond where we could stock it, and ours was stocked, and we've just been adding to it. But don't say, oh, I just live on a quarter acre. Yeah, that's fantastic, you know, because most of our 16.75 is not used to grow on. Our land, our circle, that's where most of our growing's happening, except for our little side gardens. And
Right.
you know, just do what you can with what you have, and everything you plant, you know, pray over and thank God for it, and you know, just do the dang thing. Just, you know, do it.
Yeah, because people don't realize how much work land really is.
Yeah.
It's a lot of work.
When we lived in Missouri, I had 160 acres, and if you weren't fixing and doing and cutting and whatever you're doing, getting ready for each season that comes around, and then the second part of that is to keep people off your land during hunting seasons and stuff like that. It's just a lot of work. And I'm kind of glad. I wanted a little bit more when we moved here, but now I'm glad that
we're talking about selling stuff and getting a camper.
Yeah, now we're talking about going RV. Yeah, we're talking about going RV. I retire in less than 2 years,
Nice.
and we're talking about joining the RVing community and getting a fifth wheel and just traveling. And
That would be fun. We talked about doing that before.
Buy a small place that you can call home base, and then just go traveling. So that's we're talking about that.
Yeah. Jan, Carrie wants to know, do you talk to your plants?
Yes, I do.
She says
we sing to
I
them.
did her plants.
Yeah,
I went out there and talked to her plants, and I was just going, why won't you grow?
You have to talk sweet, Mike. You have to lull them and
here's the funny part. After we gave up on the garden that we tried, everything started growing.
No.
I was like going, we were giving it everything, the watering, everything they needed. And then she's going, man. And then we just said, we failed. It was our first garden here. And then when we left it alone, it started growing.
Yep. Yeah.
Maybe we should just go out there and spit seeds on the ground, and we'll probably have a great garden after that.
Might.
Yeah. Well, you want to know something? In our pig pasture, which is going to be another pasture for, we'll change it from pig to the other animal. But I had given them pumpkin seeds, and I had given them squash, zucchini, and all of a sudden I start seeing all these vines growing, or plants growing. I'm like, what the heck is that? And we got 6 pumpkins. We got, I don't know how many scallop squashes, which we don't care for those really. They're the white ones. But you know what? It's food. And that's just from giving our pigs seed, their plants, and they grew it for us. We didn't even have to do it.
The first watermelon I ever got was a volunteer.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And that was in Arizona. You wouldn't have thought that a watermelon would just grow out in your rock yard.
When I was in Arizona, when I was a kid, they used to have all the cities now in the valley, Phoenix Valley, meet each other. But before then, they were growing, 100 acres of watermelon because they use irrigation system out there. Wow. And we'd be in the middle of the night. We'd go snatch up watermelons in the middle of the night. But then what we would do, then on the way to school, we'd get them. We'd put them in the canal and then put them somewhere where nobody could find them. And the cold water would go over them. So when school was out, we'd go pick it up and crack it and eat it with our hands. And it'd be cold. Yeah. So, I remember those days.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
I probably owe somebody money for doing that.
I'm sure they didn't.
Hey, Jan, that's all the questions I had for you. I'm so happy you came on.
The flies are taking over the camera.
It's so cold outside.
So much.
It was like 30 degrees this morning. It was cold this morning.
Yeah, it was great.
I want to thank you. If you haven't checked out Simply Jan's Homestead, please go over there, check out her channel. And I tell you, watch the first one. Okay, watch the first one and then progressively go up her videos, and you'll see the great progression you've done over the last couple of years, Jan.
Well, thank you
really
for your kindness. I appreciate that. I appreciate it.
And the link is pinned to the top, too.
Yep, her link is pinned to the top. And Cindy just pinned it right there again.
Yep.
Or posted it.
Yep.
Hey, I want to thank you. Hey, guys, I want to thank everybody for coming in here today, spending some time getting to know Jan and her channel. And I'm sorry you had to meet her sister. Oh, she's a handful. I'll tell you what. Yeah. So, hey, guys, I want to thank you. Be kind to one another. Help somebody in need, and always, always think of that. Until next time, guys, we love you. God bless you. And we'll see you on the next video. Bye, guys.
Bye.
Bye now.
All right.
Thank you.